Hey, what's up guys? This is Lance from Climbing the Ladder. It's January 10th and I'm going to get a few games in, so let's get started. Alright, so playing against a mage first. Most likely will be a Reno Mage. I'm not a huge fan of keeping Finley, but without a turn 2 play, I'm going to give it a try. If I had a turn 2 play, I would for sure put Finley back. Let's see, I guess the Dagger Mastery is probably our best bet here. Alright, nothing better to do, so we'll just equip a weapon and get in for 2. So in this scenario, it looks like keeping Finley paid off because it did give us something to do on turn 2.
Mind if I roll need?
So we'll go and get rid of his loot hoarder. And play a monkey. So next turn we have Twilight Guardian, or we can use removal to get rid of a minion if he puts one down. And we usually want to get rid of that guy before he can get full value out of it. So what's the best way to do that? I think probably just attacking into him is the best thing. That way we can play our Twilight Guardian. So I'll go ahead and do that. Alternatively, we can attack into him with Finley and attack into him by hitting the button. But then we're leaving up 2 mana. So I think the most mana efficient thing to do would be play the Twilight Guardian. And we can slam into him here, guaranteeing he only gains 3 life, or we can make him do that during his turn. One thing's for sure, we're going to get in for 1 there. And I think I'll go ahead and... did that backwards. Should have attacked with the Fierce Monkey first. I was talking about it and then didn't even do it. Oh well. Hopefully 1 point of damage won't make a huge difference. Alright. Rather take out a minion with that, but it's our most efficient play we can make. Alright, so we have a couple options here. We could trade off and get in for 6. I don't think that's very good. We could trade Finley into him and play our other Corruptor. Or we could slam him, draw a card, then equip our weapon and get in there. That could be pretty good. But I think I want to get another body out. And get some damage in. So it's most likely Ice Block or Ice Barrier. Go ahead and find out. And I think probably the safest thing to do, we don't want something that'll get killed by Flame Strike, so let's probably play the Crusher. And if he's got the Flame Strike, we still get in for 9 next turn. So we get in for 12. So we still win. That's even better than Flame Strike. Made a couple mistakes playing though, but still getting the hang of this play and talk at the same time thing. So the slams weren't very useful in this matchup, but I don't think the Fairy Dragons would have been either, so. So probably a Miracle Rogue. And the first mate's good. The rest of this we definitely want to put back. And so just from the look of it, this looks like a very good hand. We'll see how it works out. So we can get started with the small time buck and the first mate. That's an option. Get in there for 2. Then turn 2, we don't really have anything to do, but that's fine. Or we can go the slow route and then be able to put our Kor'kron Elite down on turn 3. But I think it's better just to go ahead and play as aggressive as possible, get the 2 1-drops out there. And really put him on the defensive. So probably a backstab. Yeah. It's a pretty good recovery from him. Good thing is we have a 3-4-5 play and another weapon when we need it. Unfortunately, we do have to just hit the button on turn 2, which is not what you want to be doing with an aggressive deck.
This guy's toast.
But playing a what's it called, SI7 agent without getting any advantage from it, that is what we want. So the question is now, do we play our Berserker? Or do we play our Fiery War Axe and take out the agent? I think we play the War Axe and take out the agent. So luckily we can take out Bran also before he can abuse it. In the next turn we should be able to play both the Berserker and the Alistraz's Champion. This is going to get rid of our elite, but he will take 4 damage in doing so, which pretty good for us. So we're going to play the Berserker and the Champion. Might not have been the best play. The best play probably was, in hindsight, playing the Drake, drawing a card. That way we could have played both the Elite and the Champion the turn after that. But this might work out pretty well for us. We have a couple options here. We can slam there, which is going to pump this guy and draw a card, and then we can finish him off with our weapon. And then we can attack for 7, get him down to 10. Or we can just play the Elite and then attack for 7 and hit the button. I think I'd rather slam him, see what we draw. Then attack there, play our Elite, and get in for quite a bit of damage here. So what does he have next here?
This guy's toast.
Alright. He's got to have something to take out the Berserker. And that's not going to do it. Alright, so pretty good start to today. See if we can get our first win streak bonus of this season. Oops. So I really want a 1-drop, and I need a dragon. So I think I gotta put the Berserker back, but we're gonna keep the champion here. It's okay. I'll take that. So we have a solid turn 2, turn 3, turn 5, and maybe turn 6 play. So hopefully we can draw an Elite to play on turn 4. Tough decisions for our Shaman opponent. So we'll get rid of his Trog before he can pump it up. So is this one of those guys that likes to use their full time on the clock? What is it, 75 seconds? To try to get their opponent to concede or get them tilted. Or is he legitimately thinking? Or is he talking to people just like I am? So, what's the better play here? The 3-4 taunt or the 2-4 that can get bigger? But we don't really have a good way to get it bigger right now, so I think probably the monkey is the better play. If I had a charge minion or a weapon, I might have played that a little bit different. Or if I had one more mana and could play the Corruptor next turn, I would have played it different for sure. So So, slow start for our friend here. So, the War Axe definitely helps. So, we're going to play the Berserker first. We, get Patches out here. Kill his totem and get in there for 1. Still not sure what type of shaman deck this is. I'm guessing it's a mid-range build because of the storm crack. So 7/7's good. Now what's the best way for us to deal with the 7/7? If we play the Fiery War Axe, we can attack for 3. No, I don't want to do that. Or do I? I think I might actually want to do that. So 3, 6, 7 from running my Pirates and the War Axe into him. I would take 7, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. He would take 11. So yeah, that didn't seem bad. And then I guess we just hit the button. And then we should be able to have a pretty good turn this next turn. I think probably the best thing he could have here is Hex to deal with our Berserker. Or he can just concede. That works for us as well. Streak bonus.
Garrosh versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Victory or death!
Alright, so we're playing against probably a Jade Druid deck, so we need to be fast. Turn 1 first mate is pretty good. Into a turn 3 elite would be pretty good, but I think we just put everything else back besides the first mate and see if we can get something to do on turn 2. So probably looks like he's got a Living Roots or something to start off with here. We can go first mate. Get rid of one of those guys. And I think we probably just get in here. And with nothing else really to do coming up, I'm going to go and throw Finlay out there. So this is tough. I usually think Fire Blast is better than Steady Shot because it gives us more versatility. In other minion heavy matchups, I think Lesser Heal is pretty good. But I think I'm going to take Steady Shot here because that will help get around his taunt minions and give us a little extra reach in this matchup. And I guess we'll find out if it was the right decision or not. So he makes the trade. Oh, Moonfire. So this could be Malagos Druid. I have not seen one of those in a while. So hitting the button. Definitely the best button we could have right now. So we have a really slow hand here. We really need to draw some action or this might not end well for us. So at least that gives us something to target with Slam now. Oh, what a draw. So we can use our last charge. And our boyfriend Finley here. So that worked out pretty well. Okay, so at least has a Jade package here. So we can start by getting rid of his Jade Idol, play our Alistraz's champion, get in for 3, and then hit the button. So I believe that's 4 damage we've done so far with the button. And I can't think that we've missed Fire Blast yet. So far it looks like we did the right thing. I really hope we draw something. Okay, that'll work. Question is, do I want to go and slam into that guy and then finish him off the next turn? I don't think I do, because if he's got another Jade, then I can attack into him and use the slam to get value, so... And I think I'm going to go ahead and get in for 1 here, since I've got the Fiery War Axe in my hand. Alright, so now we have some pretty good things we can do here. We can play one of the Corruptors to get rid of his Jade. Do I want to attack here? See, this is an interesting question. We've got the Fiery War Axe to play. We'll have 7 mana next turn. But I think I want to save that to use in combination with the Slam. So I think I'm just going to pass the turn. If he gives us the option to do that, we'll do it. If not, I'll probably just play the Curator next turn, or we can use the Corruptor and push the button. Or we can also just play our 9/9. It's probably a swipe here. So first thing we'll do is get in for 4 here. And I think I will play our Small Town Buck. Drawing that makes the decision easy. And a 9/9. At this point, I think I'm just looking to win the game, so I'm going to get that 1 point of damage in. So, yeah, I was about to say, I don't see much that he can do with 3 mana here. Alright. Let's get 1 more game in for today.
Garrosh versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
Don't see a lot of paladins these days. So, as usual, we'll keep our 1-drop. Go ahead and definitely put Ragnaros back. The question is, do we want to keep a 3-drop here? Because that would give us something to do on turn 2 and turn 3. I think I'm going to keep both of those, because Because we have First Mate on turn 1, we can go Berserker on turn 2, Monkey on turn 3. And that should be pretty good. And Ragnaros comes back.
Fly, Polly. I'm inside all.
Go ahead and get in 1 damage with the weapon just in case he's got a Swamp Ooze or something.
It's getting hot in here.
Patches dies a quick death. Fortunately, no good way to deal with that 2/3, so just get our Fierce Monkey out there. So I've not seen this guy since Mean Streets first came out. He's kind of fell out of favor. So we have a 2/2, Divine Shield, Taunt, damage dealt by him also heals your hero. So probably need to get rid of him. So first thing I'll do is play my Berserker. Run my weapon into him. Guess I'll go ahead and trade here. And hopefully being left with a 4/4 that gets bigger will give us the edge here. Okay, so he's gonna draw some cards. So I think we go aggressive here since he doesn't have anything out.
For the war chief! For Hellscream! I strike.
So next turn we have Twilight Guardian and Finley that we can play. It's alright, he has to use his finisher as a removal. Okay. Well, maybe that's why we don't see a whole lot of Paladin right now. Alright, so pretty good day today. I think it's 5-0. Much better than yesterday. Didn't see any Reno Priest decks. Didn't see any Reno decks, period. Which is pretty good, I suppose. Yeah.